Welcome to today's show, guys. We've got a good one for you today. It is the final one of this first inaugural season of our league. We will be getting into some interviews with Shaun, who joins the show. That's big time. Shaun's joining the show. Also, we will meet up again with Lee later on in the show. It's going to be great. Hope you guys enjoy this new experiment with our podcast. Hopefully it works out great. Hope you enjoy it. Please let me know what you think. All right, guys, let's get on with it. All right, we're here with Shaun. He's going to enlighten us on how he thought his season went, how he thought the league went. So what's going on, big guy?
Hi, how you doing? This is a great day. Great day here.
Hey, you didn't finish in last.
No, I did not finish in last. I left that honor up to Lee after I crushed his soul and his team, and
that was your highlight of the year. That was it. That was the highlight of the year.
Just taking him and crushing him underneath my foot. That was the highlight, and then also the low light because everything else after that was just crap.
So tell me, what'd you think of your team this year?
Oh man, I liked my quarterbacks, and then that was about it. You know, I did okay up until I decided to trade. I can't even think of his name.
Kelsey and Olave
away for a broken down DeAndre Swift and pretty much nobody else. So Kevin can say thank you and buy me a Big Mac.
Well, that's a weird thing because he didn't even win the league.
Yes,
he was fighting for third. Of course, we get that unusual circumstance going on. We'll figure all that, and we'll get more into that later. But yeah,
I want to see Tyler and Kevin leg wrestle for third place.
We'll just put it up. We'll put it up to a wrestling match, just like a Greco wrestling.
Exactly, just to see it. Listen, Tyler's wiry. I think he's got him.
We could definitely do that. We could start a YouTube channel and watch him go at it and see how many views we
get. Live commentary on it.
Yeah, we can definitely just do interviews, just play-by-play analysis while they Jello wrestle.
I know Kevin's not Japanese, but put him in that diaper thing.
Now that would be good. I'd love to see that. That would be funny to watch. But yeah, your team did not make the playoffs. No. It was a tough year. After that trade, you kind of fell apart.
Oh yes. I mean, that was the ultimate downfall. That was stupidity on my part.
Yeah, that one hurt because especially you thought maybe he'll be out a few weeks, but DeAndre Swift, even when he came back, still wasn't even in the mix.
No, he was a non-factor all season. He was useless. And then I did better than Nathan, so that was my ultimate goal.
Nathan waited till he was officially eliminated to really start putting up some numbers.
He's like, wait a minute, I'm out of the game. I'm gonna score some points.
I like the fact that he made the transaction after he was eliminated from the playoffs because he was still trying to hang on. That was my favorite moment of the season for Nathan.
He just didn't want to win the toilet bowl.
Oh, dude! Every week was a adventure with Nathan, and let me play the guy who's hurt. Let me just leave a blank spot. I mean, it was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
He picked up 9 kickers through the season. It was just fantastic.
9 kickers?
No, it felt like it. His kickers changed so often; it was ridiculous.
The surprise that I had was Ray's team.
Ray's team was.
It's like he went and read everything he possibly could within 48 hours and was like, okay, this guy does well. I'm picking him.
He had a great team. The injuries crushed him is what ended up hurting.
And it wasn't cold enough for the Yeti to come out.
No. And then damn global warming.
Yes. He was like, give me some rain games, please. Just something.
Yeah, the Yeti was carrying him. Kamara, of course, didn't do much for him. That whole Saints team was kind of rough unless you had like Olave. But
way to rub that one back in, buddy. Thanks.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Appreciate it.
So, what did you think of the overall league itself?
The setup was good. I'm a bigger fan of full point PPR than half point. And then I think you changed the kicker scoring.
I changed some of the field goal points.
After I'd already picked my kicker. Asshole.
I did that before the draft.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I did. I didn't change anything after the draft. I didn't change anything after the draft.
Oh, okay.
No, the only thing I changed, you're thinking the hockey league. I did change the goaltenders.
Yes, the hockey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did change the goal because it was.
Wait, didn't I beat you in that?
Yeah. That's the wrong podcast, man. Wrong podcast.
It feels like a good one to me.
But I thought it was the most fun, league we had. I mean, especially being in multiple leagues.
Well, it was the most crap talking one I got to do because we were all here.
It was definitely the best shit talking, especially with the podcast and being able to do it on everybody to listen to. So.
However, there's a little 5-year-old that I just want to smack around every once in a while for always picking against my team. Not that he was wrong, but still.
Exactly. Hey, that's Jay Stradamus right there, man. Jay Stradamus was picking winners all season, buddy.
Let's go. Let's go to the trampoline, Jace. Let's see how.
I did like how we like the boobies all the time. That was great. Just to hear him say it on the podcast was fantastic.
Yes, that was good.
But yeah, we definitely want to, and of course, RT bought the belt as you saw in the messages. He bought it.
It should, because I don't think anybody beat him all season.
No, man. I think I was only going to beat him.
How was his record? Like 11-5, 11-3, something stupid.
No, he lost 3 times. He did lose. He had 3 losses. I know 2 of them were for me. Yeah, Archie had the 3 losses, and 2 of them, of course, were to me. So that's why.
How'd that third one work out for you?
The fucking. I knew it. You know what? The funny thing is I lost twice to Kevin because I couldn't beat Kevin, but I could beat RT. And then last week I played Kevin, squeezed out a victory against Kevin, and then I was coming and going, damn it, am I going to have that same like Kevin had, where it's like, yeah, I'll beat you in the regular season, but the playoffs I'm going to choke it away and. Fucking Mike Evans.
Choking it up. I mean, dude Mike had Evans, 60 points from a receiver.
And then, me and Lee were talking earlier, and Travis Etienne is what hurt me because he was on pace for a fantastic game. He had 33 points. He only played the first half.
Oh, what did you do, pull a hammy?
No. They pulled all their starters because they were beating the Texans so badly. And that's what Christian Kirk didn't get anything. And Travis Etienne, he could have, if he played a whole game, if that game was closer, he could have had kind of comparable to what Evans was.
30, 45 points. He had 30.
He had 33 in the first half.
Oh, yeah. He did end up with 40.
At least 40. Maybe, another 50 because he was up there in bonuses. So, but, it is what it is. And, of course, not having Jalen Hurts for championship week.
Oh, that killed me in my other league.
Yeah, that hurts.
Just, I didn't.
But, that's fantasy football. So,
way to go, Gardner.
So,
criminy.
Yeah, then he threw the pick 6 on top of it. And I was like, yep, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's not even fun anymore. I'm turning this off.
You're definitely doing the league next year?
Oh, yeah. I'll be in it again.
Now, we were wondering if anybody was interested in getting involved in the Dynasty League. But I don't know how many people want to do that.
I don't mind Dynasty. Or if you want to ease them into it, you can have a keep 1 off your team, keep 2 off your team.
Do a keeper.
And then it's, you can only keep it 1 time. If you don't want to do full-on Dynasty, keep 1, keep 2, and then next year you can't keep the same guys. It's dynasties are fun as long as everybody plays. Yeah, same guys play. But when somebody drops out and you have to replace them, they look at that team and like, I don't want this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason he dropped out.
Yeah, that's what worries me is people drop out because their team is just garbage. But yeah, we'll have to look. I think maybe a keeper league will probably be more realistic for little people, especially with the monetary involvement.
And RT has to pay for the dinner this coming next year, right? Yeah, that's automatic.
He pays for the luncheon.
Yeah,
he pays for the luncheon during the draft. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I think everybody can agree to that.
Yeah,
except for RT.
RT's like, we're going to the ramen bar.
Yeah, exactly. He's bringing a cup of noodles with him to a picnic area.
he's like, look what Q brought you.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, man, just want to thank Shaun for joining the show.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun
having me on.
Now we got this so we can do remote interviews. This is going to be a lot more fun next year. So
Jesse's all high tech.
I'm so stoked about this, dude. This is going to be awesome next season.
Just gonna get bombarded. Hey, guess what? You're on the podcast.
You're on the podcast this week, buddy. So I'm going to get Ray on there soon, but he keeps dodging me.
He can't dodge you now. You're mobile. Jesse running around with a backpack. Hey,
get over here. But anyways, thanks, Shaun, for joining the show, and we'll be right back, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right, everybody, we're coming to you remotely from actual Palace Station Casino. So first time we're doing this, we're doing a remote recording, seeing how this goes. So, hey, bear with us if it's any trouble. We're going to talk about Week 16 and Week 17. I know everybody's got a lot of questions. We'll get those answered. I'm here with Lee. Lee is in house.
It's Lee. It'll be the final time you hear this season. We'll be back next season.
If you hear any laughing in the background, Rosalie's trying to cover everything so me and Lee can get this stuff done. So that should be her giggling in the background.
Yep.
So, looking at Week 16, that was the money of the playoffs right there. We were looking at who was the matchups? It was Joe Mama versus Pokai. I literally thought Pokai was going to pull this one out.
Me too.
I mean,
his team looked good until towards the end. I was actually pulling for him.
I think we all.
But yeah, it fell a little short.
So yeah, it fell a little short. It looked like he was going to be able to pull out the victory. I think Joe Mama had a little late push. Connor, I know, had a big game, scoring 21 points. That was a huge deal for him. But it looked like Pokai was going to do enough. I think the quarterback situation he had with Lamar Jackson, I think that really hurt him down the stretch.
Yeah, that's Lamar Jackson's situation. I think is hurting a lot of people, but he did have some stellar players on the bench.
Yeah. He did.
It's one of those things. Who you gonna start?
Yeah, I mean, how do you? Looking at it, do you start? Who do you sit out? You got Hopkins, who unfortunately didn't have a great game, only had the one reception.
Yeah,
ended up getting hurt.
Yeah, and Hopkins on the bench. I would have done the same thing, kept him on the bench. And Singletary isn't all that. I think it could have been him or Knight, but he chose Knight over, and that could have been the killers.
Yeah, that was
So
I mean, that's a tough one. Knight had been on such a good run. How do you take him out for Singletary, where it looked like they were getting James Cook more involved?
Damn, Singletary, man, he killed me on my other league too. He blew up, man.
I'm telling you, Singletary hurt a lot of people that week, man. Hawkinson was another one of those silent assassins. So anybody played it, hey, kudos to you. But it turned out Joe Mama gets the victory, 137 or 120. He gets to the championship game. Pokai is playing for the third place money.
It was a good season, though. It was a good season for Pokai. I mean, he had a lot of one of those, bad losses.
Yeah,
his team is pretty stellar, but. It's just matchups. That's all.
And note, Joe Mama did get the highest score for the regular season, so he'll get that bonus push. Yeah.
Well, anyways,
exactly.
Yeah,
him and his endless string.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But the next matchup we had was RT's Kryptonite versus Got Rice, and that was an interesting one.
That was very interesting. Yes.
It was
a good matchup, man.
Oh, man, it was close the whole way.
Very good matchup. Wow.
I know I left some points on the bench. I talked myself into putting Christian Kirk in. I had him swapped out. I was going to start White, and I was like, man, what happens if Kirk does go off? Because I figured maybe they can keep it short. I know he's been playing out of the slot a lot. I figured maybe I can get a touchdown out of him. I should have went the other way. It wouldn't have been as close as it was, but thankfully his kicker did me wonders by getting minus 2 points.
I know. That's what killed him right there.
And I literally thought he was still going to win because I was watching Tom Brady play that last game, and I'm like, he's not even going to score 10 points for me. I mean, it was ridiculous how bad he was playing against Arizona. But he comes through in the end, and the final drive gets me enough points. I win 141 over 140.
That was very close, man. Tua again now, that hurt him too, right?
Yeah, Tua did. Yeah, he, I think... who did he play that week? Green Bay. Yeah, and he didn't have a great game against Green Bay. I mean, he had a lot of yards, but the picks. He had 3 interceptions that week. So, yeah, not a great day for Tua Tagovailoa. J.K. Dobbins didn't do much for him against Atlanta.
Yeah,
that hurt. But his kicker was probably the most brutal. DJ Moore goes off that week. He picks up DJ Moore, does not play him, and he goes nuts for 18 points.
Extra money in the bank, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
So. We move on to week 17, where the third place game is Got Rice versus Pokai. This is where it gets interesting because it was a very close matchup.
Another close matchup for Got Rice.
Yeah, very close matchup for Got Rice. He keeps DJ Moore on the bench yet again, and he even had a better week. I mean,
I don't know what to say about that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough week for Got Rice. I mean, the usual suspects that were great for him all season. Kelsey, nothing. Barkley, nothing.
Yeah.
He had a quarterback, of course, situation with Tua being out, so he went with Mike White. And
which surprisingly, he didn't do anything.
Oh, I mean, I thought the matchup was good. I mean, everybody's had success against Seattle.
Yeah, wow.
But Pokai did return a favor and played Kirk Cousins, who probably had the worst game of his career, his year. I mean, that was awful, man. That was just awful.
Yeah.
But looking at it, it was going to come down to the Monday night game. Unfortunately, we had the unprecedented incident where Damar Hamlin, right? That was his name, Damar Hamlin, has the cardiac arrest on the field. They end up postponing the game and then eventually suspending it.
That's the big question now in all fantasy or in all sport. Like, what to do now.
The NFL kind of just slapped everybody in the face with that decision to just not play the game. So it's going to be curious how they move forward with this. But I didn't get the notice on Sleeper that if they do play this game, we can rerun the totals for Week 17. It would count as a Week 17 matchup. So I think what we'll do is we'll just wait out, see what the NFL decides upon before we make a decision. Worst case scenario, we'll get together and we'll figure out that one. But that's an interesting matchup because, I mean, it was the first quarter. You had Devin Singletary going. Mm-hmm. He only needed, 2 points? I mean,
but now the question is, are they going to play it out?
Yeah.
If they do play it out, are they? I mean, I'm saying, are the players going to be in there to play it out?
Exactly.
If they're already determined to be in a certain position,
because if Week 18, because now it's almost like a flip flop. Week 17 turns into almost like a Week 18 for them.
Yes.
I think is what's going to end up happening, and that would be very interesting. We'll get together and decide that. But Sleeper did say that Week 17 totals would stand as is, with an option to reset the Week 17 totals if they do play this game out again.
So what? I don't understand why Got Rice picked up DJ Moore. It would have had no question.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So he'd like to spend money.
Yeah, he had some. He figured he was going to win this matchup and he was going to break even. Now it's all up in the air if he breaks even or he's going to owe some money. So going to be curious, man. Going to be curious.
That was crazy.
That's a crazy one. I think everybody was anticipating something like that, but yeah, that's kind of a weird one to finish off. The other matchup was me and RT. Listen, I beat RT twice in the regular season. He comes back, has a fantastic Mike Evans.
I don't know what's going on.
That was the Mike Evans everybody waited for all season.
He came out towards the end just to show them like, oh, give me next year, guys. Oh, this is what I could do.
It was crazy to see. I mean, and of course we also had players going. I had T. Higgins and Mixon going. He had Jamar Chase and Burrow going. I think with the Evans total, it was so far out of reach. I didn't expect to come back and win this one anyway. I mean, unless I'm barring some miracle, but it would have had to been a ground game from heaven from Joe Mixon.
I mean, yeah, key players that did great, but one surprise is Jefferson. I don't know what happened. I mean, all year he's the number one guy scoring, and all of a sudden he didn't want to play no more.
Especially, I mean, it was just frustrating because he had a chance to break the season
high yardage
receiving. Yeah, yardage receiving. He was going to catch Megatron. He needed a 200-yard game, which could have was suspect, but they were playing Green Bay. It could have been done.
Yeah, it could have been done.
It could have been done. But
that was a shocker.
I didn't expect.
I never seen him score. This low.
Yeah. I mean, going into it after that, Mike Evans, I knew I needed a decent game out of Jefferson to have a chance on the Monday night.
Usually, you would think he would do it. You know, what I mean, like 100 yards is nothing to him. You know, like 5 reception is just a regular thing. But 1 out of 5, 15 yards, like come on now.
Well, then Ramondre Stevenson, who helps me get to the playoffs, then in the playoffs just completely stops playing. Like he didn't do anything for the last few weeks.
It's crazy too because you had a good start with Brady. I mean, he finally went off.
Yeah, I finally get a game out of Brady. It's all the Mike Evans. I was like, come on, you got to be kidding me,
man.
But yeah, Christian Kirk hurts. I mean, there was nobody I could have played on the bench anyway. Nobody did anything, so I wouldn't have seen a bigger outcome out of that. But what really hurt was the Jacksonville got up so high.
Yeah.
And then nobody played in the second
Exactly.
half. So
exactly, yeah.
That killed me because ETN was on pace for a great game. And then
I think he had like 100 yards in the first half.
In the first half, yeah. He only played the first half.
God.
He only ran the ball 9 times.
Jesus.
I could have matched Evans.
Easy, I think.
If ETN had played.
If it was a closer game,
if
right?
If it was a closer game. ETN could have matched Evans, and this would have been a different story. But, hey, it's fantasy football. Sometimes
that's why I hate fantasy football. God, every year we say the same thing.
I mean, then he's got Justin Fields going, which
is decent. I mean,
I was looking at he got 22 points on just one run, basically.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because he didn't do anything the passing game.
No.
75 yards. He did have a TD, but threw a pick as well.
Yeah.
But 132 yards. What was it? 132.
132
in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and then there was nothing.
that was it.
And that was it.
Yeah,
it was over.
Yeah.
So yeah, that interesting time. But listen, we'll wait and see what happens with what NFL decides and how they play out this week 17. So just a little while longer, guys. I know it's a kind of a weird situation, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out. The biggest news, though, I think the biggest news of the week was who finished in last place. Our boy Lee,
Jesus, man.
at one point was hovering around that second place for the beginning half of that season. Finishes in last place. Congratulations!
I gotta win
buddy.
something, I guess.
You got the toilet bowl award, my man.
Give me some diapers, guys.
You fucking shit in your big boy pants, man. This
I
year,
need some diapers,
man. Coming through, through tough. So, listen, man, it was fun. It was fun though. It was a great year. I enjoyed doing the podcast this year. I know. I
think we had a great year. The Sleeper League was really good.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the people that was in it. Everybody that was involved in this league. I mean, we all talked. We talked a lot of trash. We played. It was by far the best fantasy I think that I had, and I'd like to do it again next year. Hopefully, everybody comes back. The podcast is going to continue. It'll be better. Hopefully, we could get more people involved. It'll be a lot more fun because we like to talk trash in the league chat room. We like to do it on the air now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And listen, we're doing this recording remotely, so
yeah. Now we're on the road, guys.
Oh yeah, we can get on the road, guys. Now we can get on the road. Now, listen, we'll have the podcast for next year's draft as well. We'll do everything there.
That'd be fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's going to be really cool.
Yeah,
we'll do that next year. We're going to get some ideas in the works for to improve this podcast next season.
Yeah, this was a really fun league, man. Definitely.
We'll do it again. It's going to get restructured. We'll do some restructuring with all the podcasts. Do remember we're going to have our hockey podcast. That's coming up soon. I'm still working at the details and trying to figure out a schedule for that. Please, so if you guys are in our hockey league, please give us a listen, give us a like, and we'll get in there. But, a lot of the things to come. I'll keep you guys posted. The podcast, even though it's the off season, we'll keep looking at it. We'll look at the NFL draft.
Yeah.
What guys in, possible.
We'll get more involved.
Yeah.
I think if it's going to be the same people coming back, hopefully we have the same group. And we continue this, you know what I mean?
I was wondering if anybody's interested in even starting a dynasty league.
I'm down for dynasty league. Yeah.
And we just got to find.
But we need a redraft.
Yeah,
and then dynasty,
and then
league,
dynasty, and then dynasty. But
I think we got a good crowd. I mean, good group of people that's in this league.
Yeah.
So I don't see why not.
No, I don't. See why
if everybody agrees.
No, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I really enjoyed the whole situation and how everything turned out.
No, this league by far, because it's very easy to navigate the Sleepers app.
I thought the Sleeper app. This was our first time ever using.
Yeah. I
app.
think it's the best one so far that I used.
Yeah. Just the information that's available.
Yeah, and even like the chat room, it's like a regular chat room.
Yeah,
you don't got to go into their app, or you don't got to go into the website to get into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
everything's
one thing,
right there.
Like, I don't like about ESPN and the chat rooms aren't.
No,
aren't
sometimes
accessible.
you don't even know who's saying anything.
Yeah.
But over here, it comes out like a group chat.
Yeah, it was.
You know
great.
what I mean? And
I thought it was fantastic.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. This app really was a lot of fun. I know RT did put out there, guys, that he did get a belt for this league. So
for himself,
it looks like he will put his name on it the first year, but that's okay. He won.
You should have got me a toilet bowl, man.
He won the money, so listen.
Use that money to get me a toilet bowl, all right?
We'll look at getting a toilet bowl award.
We
for
should
next
do
season.
something like that.
Yeah, we should get a toilet bowl award or a punishment.
Exactly, or something they have to do.
Yeah, something they have to do. We'll look into that, but we'll make.
We could have a lot of fun with this league.
Oh, this league's gonna be. This league's gonna be great. It's and. We talked about making some change. We'll keep you up to date on that. But like I said, it's end of the season, but the podcast will keep going. We'll do it. We'll just do it sporadically. We'll get close to the draft. We'll figure out what everybody wants to do for a dynasty team, and we can get in there and we'll get at it again next year, guys.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
So, listen, want to thank Lee for joining me. Listen, it's great. We'll be back on this. There's more information going forward. Listen, this was a lot of fun. This is our first remote podcast, so yeah, looking forward to
many more to come.
Yeah.
I like this remote podcast. We could take it. We could take it anywhere, man. You don't got a car, we'll be there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
I like this. Hey, we have lunch. We'll do our podcast.
Yeah, it's actually fun. And this way, I think more people could be involved.
Yeah.
If we can meet anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you're going to work today. Okay, we'll meet before work or whatever. You know, it's pretty simple. I mean, you might be. What do you call that? Like, you might get the stage fright, maybe, like us in the beginning. But hey, it's kind of fun now. We just talk whatever.
Now. Yeah, you get really comfortable after the first two days. I remember, I'll never forget that first introduction. I'm Jesse, and you came out with
Lee.
So that was a highlight of the year. So I thought we got better as the year went on, and hopefully with more experience, we'll bring you a better product next year.
Exactly.
Guys.
Definitely. We'll get more people involved. We'll figure out how to maneuver this podcast situation and get better at it. And we'll see you next year, right?
All right, guys.
Great season, guys.
Great season. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for supporting the podcast all year. And we'll get back at you guys. We'll be back again soon with another episode. All right, guys. Take care.
Take care.